Welcome, it's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I've got a little bit of a rant video to make, maybe a soft rant, but you know, I know the title was maybe a little bit of a clickbait title. I'm actually very excited for Sentinel League, but there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about in terms of why I really do not like not having any balance changes or new skills or anything like that coming into a new league. For me personally, that's a very exciting part about a new league, shaking up the meta, trying new things, having the game unsolved again. And right now, with the basically announcement that the balance is exactly the same, balance being kind of player balance, so we're talking passive skill tree and skill gems and gear for the most part. It's basically solved. The builds are solved. All of the build guides and builds that were really strong in 3.17 are going to be equally strong in 3.18. In fact, they're going to be a little bit stronger with some of the crafting stuff that we are going to be able to do, which we'll talk about potentially in another video. The Sentinel crafting, I think, is going to be pretty interesting with some certain types of gear choices. That being said, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. Now, I know that they're putting a lot of work into the end game, and the end game is looking really exciting. So, yeah, I'm kind of, you know, a kid at Christmas who opens a present, and it's a really great present, pretty expensive present, but it's maybe not the present I exactly wanted, or maybe I was hoping for the PS4 instead of the Xbox in terms of balance changes instead of end game content. But I shouldn't be upset about that because the end game content's awesome. The things I am upset about, though, are exactly that. The explosive arrow builds that we know right now, the seismic trap builds, the game is solved. Coming into the next league, this might be great for people who don't have a lot more time. You know, if you're following a build guide that was praised in 3.17, you have 100% certainty that you're not going to be screwed over on league start. That can happen sometimes with people maybe being a little bit too overexcited about a certain new build that's looking like, in terms of the patch notes, that it's going to be super strong, and it turns out that it's not as strong as we thought. I have been a culprit of being a little bit too excited sometimes of that sort of thing. So it does mean that builds that were played in 3.17, say for example, once again, Explosive Arrow Elementalist or Explosive Arrow Champion, Corrupting Fever Gladiator, we've got Seismic Trap Saboteur, even Detonate Dead Ignite Necromancer, all of those builds that are really solidly strong are still really solidly strong. Now, what does this mean for me personally? As I have already said, it means that there's not much for me to play around with in terms of what I know is strong in the game right now. I will still play around with some you know, skills that I haven't played for a really long time. I think I want to try Blade Trap. I think Blade Trap might actually be in an okay-ish spot now, but I'm a little bit disheartened and kind of not. It makes me feel like I'm not going to play the league as much. Now, I know that's a very personal thing. For other people, having the build part of things completely solved means that they're just going to be able to invest more time into playing the endgame. And there's a lot of new endgame content to play around with. All of that Uber content is going to be really fun. Although I'm a little bit disappointed that in terms of all of this new Uber Pinnacle content coming through, we already have completely solved builds that are, no joke, 100% going to be able to do that content easily in the hands of people who know how to do that content, who have played the game a lot. So your Explosive Arrow, 100% certainty that that's going to be able to do the Uber content. Seismic Trap, 100% certainty that that's going to be able to do the Uber content. Detonate Dead Ignite, 100% certainty that that's going to be able to do the Uber content. It makes me a little bit upset that we already have the Uber content solved before we even know how it feels. Now, I know I'm basically saying that in quite black and whites right there, but unfortunately, that's just how it is. It's completely solved. I would have really liked the Uber content to come through with a massive balance change as well, so we're all scrambling. We see, you know, the race, because there's going to be another hardcore solo self-found race that GGG's putting on, that they've said. That race, the builds are solved. The builds are 100% solved. It's just about whoever plays the longest and gets the luckiest, rather than trying to figure out, oh shit, this build, it's not good anymore. What are we gonna play? Oh wow, who thought lightning tendrils was the OP thing now? But a little bit of a meme. But you get what I'm trying to say there? It just feels a little bit disheartening. This also means that competitively, Path of Exile is relatively solved as well. Once again, the Uber content coming through. I'm sure with Gauntlet, they're going to be adding Uber bounties. All of that Uber content in the Gauntlet's going to be coming through. Hopefully that means that Gauntlet's not going to be as dangerous as last time. But the Uber content will be in there. For BPL, the Uber content's going to be there as well. But once again, all of that Uber content just... it gets hit really hard by having the game completely solved already. That's a little bit of the rant kind of over. There's going to be more videos coming out in terms of everything else. Why I am excited about 3.18, what I am excited about in terms of all of that Uber content, all of the uniques as well coming through. I do suspect that this league is still going to be a very fun league. But yeah, I just thought I'd air my grievances, air my disappointments with no new skills or no new balance changes coming through in 3.18. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below whether you're excited about not having balance changes or whether you're disappointed. I really want to hear from people on the other side of how I'm feeling here. People that are actually really excited that there's no balance changes coming through, meaning that they can focus on other stuff. If that's one of you, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your opinion. But if you agree with me as well, you know, let's just create an echo chamber in the comments as well, like what seems to always happens. So, yeah. No, just kidding around, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, remember to hit that sub button. It does mean the world to me. We're trying to get to 50k subs is the next goal at the moment, so if we can get there as quick as we can, that'd be awesome. If you're not subscribed yet and you enjoy my videos, it is one click away right there. Thank you so much for clicking that button, and until next time, Badger is out.